Whoa. Hey, big brother. You a little thin upstairs, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Know what I'm saying? Yo joint wanna leave, bro. Yo shit damn near about to graduate. Yo shit on his junior year. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Give it a couple more years, it's out of there, bro. I ain't gonna cap. You got that, you know what I'm saying? That little swoop, that little U, that little M, little some here in the middle. Little spacey up there, little spacey over there, bruh. You got that McDickies. I ain't gonna cap. You got that McDonald's, bruh. That good old ba da ba ba ba. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's good, y'all? Feel me? We back at it again with another banger. My bad, I've been gone for so long. Feel me? I just had a lot of problems with like technology, my audio, my camera done messed up. Gotta get me a new one. Feel me? So you already know how it go. But anyways, bro, I'm finna quit making excuses, bro. You know what I'm saying? We here for the reaction, bro. Today, bro, my boy finna cop shoes from StockX, Go, and eBay. We finna sit up here and see which one's the best. Me personally, I've been on StockX for a cool minute now. When I first started buying shoes, it was one of the ones that was like recommended to me the most. You feel me? Anybody that uses Go or eBay or any of those other apps, let me know. Feel me? Depending on what we see, I might actually switch. Depending on like which one's cheaper and which one's the best quality. I might have to make that switch because StockX, bro, they've been pricey. Also, if my voice sounds a little funny or you hear a little sniffles here and there, I am a little bit under the weather. Ain't nothing deep, but we still gotta get to it. That being said, man, let's get to the reaction.
I bought the same sneaker from StockX, GOAT, and eBay to find out which one is actually the best place to buy sneakers from in 2026. And in this video, we're gonna find out. That's crazy.
Word.
Was my personal pair of Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 lows that I bought from Whatnot fake? This one does have some like creasing on there. Again, I don't think it's, well, is it?
Oh, whoa, am I still recording?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Sorry, I'll be paranoid. My bad.
Tried on. 2 out of the 3 boxes came with missing postcards.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
For years, StockX, GOAT, and eBay have been the go-to place to buy sold-out sneakers online because they all offer convenience and guarantee authenticity. When you buy a pair from one of these platforms,
hey, I've been seeing those StockX, man, bro. They've caught up a few times with the fakes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple people, you know what I'm saying, like complain here and there on the internet about like getting fake shoes from StockX. Even though their whole thing is supposed to like have this whole process to where like they make sure everything's authentic so that wouldn't happen. It's happened before though. I don't know about eBay and Go because I've never used them, but you know.
the seller ships the shoes to a verification center where they're checked by a real person, then shipped out to the buyer. Now, because of this extra step, resale purchases usually take longer than buying retail. But for sold out sneakers like this, these sites are some of the most trusted options out there. So to find out which one is actually the best, I ran a simple test. I bought the same shoe from all 3 platforms on the same day at the same time. We're comparing price, shipping speed, and making sure that every pair is authentic. And no, this video is not sponsored, and none of these companies even knew that I was running this test. I know it's a small sample size, but it does give us a real insight into what you as a buyer can actually expect. All right, let's go buy some sneakers.
Word.
Want to break
Oh
into
my
cybersecurity
gosh,
but don't
bro.
have experience? The Google
First I get hit with
Cybersecurity
the ad.
Certificate.
Oh my gosh, you a little big, bro.
Oh my God, what is that?
Like you look like a human helium hot air balloon. Like, bro, you just look like somebody just be pumping air into your joint, bro. Like you just look mad swole, mad husky. You're built like a diabetic caveman.
Uses real-world scenarios.
All right, so it's time to order some shoes, and the shoe that
That's a nice jacket right there, boy.
I decided to grab from each of these platforms is the undefeated Air Jordan 4s. Now, the reason I grabbed these is because I've had experiences with fake pairs of these in the past, so
Hey, y'all rocking those? I might cop, you know what I'm saying? I got my eye on these, bro, because I've seen these before. I ain't gonna lie, bro. These is some pressure right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? For all my Jordan 4 people, which I believe these are Jordan 4s. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rocking these?
I do think that there are fakes floating around. Also, there's enough of these to go around that the resale price isn't crazy. I'm not going to be spending $600 to $700 on these, which is important because I don't have unlimited resources. So what I'm going to do is buy the undefeated 4s in a size 9 from each of the 3 different platforms, and we'll find out what's the most expensive and which one comes first. So let's start things off with StockX. Now on StockX, prices seem
Oh, bro, that's what I be saying about StockX, bro. Their prices, Donnie, they be up there, gang. Cause like the thing about StockX is like maybe you'll buy a shoe or you'll wanna buy a shoe. The price at first doesn't look all that deep. Then you get to the checkout area, hits you with all type of like taxes and fees. Feel what I'm saying? Shipment fees, the whole nine, bro. Your joint go from like 320 to maybe 370 to a whole 400. You know what I'm saying? And bro, whoever is a size 16, yeah, I know you're feeling the prices for shoes. The bigger your feet are, the more it's gonna cost you. You know what I mean? The more you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, drop more bucks. Just how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's why I envy all the people with smaller feet, bro. They're always paying like less for shoes. Less for their same shoes, I should say.
pretty reasonable. It looks like a size 9 is 138, which is not bad. I think retail price was what, like 225, 250, something like that. I don't remember. Now the real question is how much is it going to be after the processing and the shipping? That's really what's going to be the differentiating factor between StockX, GOAT, and eBay. So I'm just going to go ahead and run it. I'm going to grab these for 328 in a size 9. Okay, so it looks like the processing fee is $27.95. And then the shipping is $14.95. Now, this isn't next day shipping. I might actually do later on in the video a next day shipping challenge between like GOAT and StockX because both of them offer some sort of like next day shipping option. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the total after everything, the processing fee, the shipping is $370.
370, gang. That's almost 400. I think that's like a little over or a little less than like $50 than he had originally paid for those. But like, again, that's still a little pricey, bro. That's still a little pricey. 370. It could be worse though. It could be worse.
And 90 cents. Not the best, not the worst. Definitely better than like a consignment store, I would assume. It's not a little bit of money. And again, I spent like $1,500 on my first pair, which is the one that I have concerns about.
1,500, bro. A little over a whole ticket for some J's. I mean, yeah, if they first just came out under for a video, which I can understand, but like, bro, 1,500 for a pair of kicks. You must really got money to spend, huh?
Authenticity on. So who am I to talk? That's a great price. Okay, let's go over to GOAT. Let's see what they got going on over here. On GOAT, the price of the shoe is higher. Now, obviously, this is very dependent on the people listing on each one of these platforms, but what I've noticed is that people will list right underneath what the lowest listing is. So in the case of StockX, there's a lot of undercutting, and I think the same thing with GOAT, but StockX, it seems like the prices tend to be lower overall because it's a more commonly used platform than GOAT, I think, overall. I don't know by how much, but that's my guess. So the pre-fee and shipping price was cheap.
Yeah. He's not wrong there, bro. Not a lot of people is really on GOAT from what I know. Like, I know people do shop on there, but I feel like majority of people just use StockX. For all my GOAT people out there, bro. Know what I'm saying? Tap in with me.
Cheaper on StockX than on GOAT. So the subtotal price that I'm seeing here, I guess the initial price is $361, which is significantly more than on StockX. Let's see how much it is if I add shipping. Shipping is also around 14 bucks. In this case, it's $14.95. Now the total that I'm gonna pay is $375.95. So it looks like StockX is cheaper even with the more expensive processing fee, which that's kind of surprising. Not a huge amount cheaper, like we're talking $5-ish, but still cheaper overall. Now, obviously, this is a case-by-case basis because every shoe is different, and especially when you get to some of the more rare shoes, there's like 1 or 2 pairs in each size, prices are gonna vary wildly. But for a shoe like this, it has a lot of like sales velocity. They're moving a lot of pairs of these. I'm kind of surprised that it's that much cheaper. I really am. So let's move on to the next platform. Okay, so we're on eBay now. Now eBay is interesting because eBay is kind of a free-for-all. Like everyone can just list whatever they want for whatever price they want. Now in order to get authentication, unlike StockX and GOAT where everything's authenticated, eBay, it needs to be a certain price and a certain kind of item, which makes sense because eBay sells.
Bro, I didn't even realize people were buying shoes off of eBay for real, bro. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody here tell like, you know what I'm saying? Cop some shoes off of eBay? From what it seems though, they do be seeing like they go a lot cheaper than what like they would go from like StockX or like Go or any of those apps. But like the thing with eBay is though is like, is it really authentic though? But like from what I'm seeing, bruh, eBay doesn't look too bad of an option to start copping shoes from. Know what I'm saying?
sells everything versus StockX and GOAT, which sells StockX is selling more than GOAT is, but like sneakers, accessories, clothing, some electronics, things like that. eBay just sells, you can buy like a car part. So let's see what prices we're looking at here, or what sort of prices we can find. So the best price pair that I can find that I'm confident in that will be legit is $329.99. Now it's a size 9, obviously. It's from a eBay reseller that seems like they have a lot of feedback.
Alright.
Let's see how much it is after the fees and shipping. Okay, so there's no tax, and all I'm getting charged for is shipping. So $14.95 for shipping, which again is like basically the same price for shipping. So total $344.94. That's awesome. That's a really great price. Now, does it get the authenticity
That's
guarantee?
way
That's
less
the most
cheaper
important
than
thing.
what
Yes,
you
it
were
does.
gonna
We're gonna
pay
go
for
ahead and
the
order
other
this. We're gonna pay
shoes.
$344.94. I mean, that's the best price by far. But again, it varies so much on eBay because it really depends on what listings are available. Because it's not like one solitary or solid listing for each shoe. Like there's not just one undefeated 4. There's so many different variables. There's so many different used pairs. And I think if you are buying used, my thought would be eBay would be the way to go because there's so many different photos that you can use. GOAT's not bad though. I bought some used shoes on GOAT. They also work. StockX doesn't do used, so that's something to keep in mind if you want to grab something used. So yeah, it looks like in this first round, eBay comes out on top with the cheapest price, $344.94. All right. Now we wait. Let's see who gets here first. All right, so we're in the home office today. It's a little messy. Apologies, don't look.
Whoa. eBay, brother. You a little thin upstairs, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Know what I'm saying? Your joint wanna leave, bro. Yo shit damn near about to graduate. Yo shit on its junior year. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Give it a couple more years, it's out of there, bro. I ain't gonna cap. You got that, you know what I'm saying? That little swoop, that little U, that little M, little some here in the middle, little spacey up there, little spacey over there, bruh. You got that McDickies. I ain't gonna cap. You got that McDonald's, bruh. That good old ba da ba ba ba. You know what I'm saying? You a little thin upstairs, my boy. You gonna need to have to grab them in Knoxville or just, you know what I'm saying, keep rocking the caps. But if it do get to that point, you might have to rock the Baldino. Who knows? Shout out my boy Seth though.
At it. But the reason I'm doing this is because I realized I've never actually tested the instant shipping services from any of the sites that offer it. So we've got GOAT and StockX. Both of them offer some form of instant ship, whether it's next day or, a couple days. Essentially what it is that they're shipping pre-authenticated things directly from their warehouse to the buyer rather than having the seller ship the shoes to the warehouse, then get them authenticated and then shipping them to the buyer. It's a bit more expensive, but you generally get the shoes next day. So what I decided to do was buy a pair of shoes from GOAT and from StockX because those are the only services that offer this service. eBay doesn't have it. And both of them do offer different types of shipping speeds. On GOAT, you've got like instant ship next day, and then you've also got the slightly faster shipping, which is still a bit more expensive, but it's not as expensive. And then on StockX, you've got like 3 different options. You've got next day instant ship, or I think it's called express ship on StockX. You've got like 3-day shipping and then, 5-day shipping or something like that. So they both have multiple variations. What I'm gonna do is, because I'm buying less shoes, I'm gonna buy Travis Scott's. Because I feel like Travis Scott's are one of those shoes.
Nah.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Hey, what we doing with these, bruh? What we doing with these? And I know they about to cost you a mean buck. They about to cost you a mean buck for these, bro. These ain't it, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What are we doing with these? Like, what type of fit you even finna rock with these? Know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the colorways, like, I'm not against, you know what I'm saying, different color schemes on our shoe, but like, it all gotta make sense. Like, this don't even come together right, bro. And like, the brown right here is just throwing me, like, what we finna do with these? Like, bro, these look like some auntie kicks. These look like something my auntie would wear for real, bro. But hey, if y'all rocking these, you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments.
That get faked a lot. This is a really good test of whether their authentication is decent. Obviously, this is a very small sample size, so unless
Yeah,
I
I
bought
don't know
hundreds of
about
pairs of
those.
these, I don't think I would get a fake, but who knows? So I'm gonna start off by grabbing a pair of
Bro, am I still recording? Yeah. We good. We good.
the Travis Scott Canary Yellows. on StockX. Let me search up the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Canaries. It is the cheapest Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 low that I could find. That's why we're going for it. It is still a pair that I think that there are fakes of floating around there somewhere. So because this shoe is technically a women's shoe, I have to buy a size 10.5 women's, which is a size 9 men's. And it does look like the size 10.5 women's is going to be more expensive than the size 9 women's. So the pair that I'm seeing for just regular shipping is, let's see here, $395 on StockX. Now, if we go for the express ship option, there's a couple different options there. You've got one for $443.60. It delivers in about a week. You've got the Wednesday option. Now, the day that I'm filming this is Monday, January 12th, so that would be generally 2-day shipping. The next option is guaranteed 2-day shipping for $486.59. And finally, we've got next day shipping, which is by far the most expensive option at $494.59. Not gonna lie, that sucks. That's a lot of money for a pair of shoes that I could buy for $395. I'm basically spending.
Bruh, oh, brother paid almost half a ticket, bruh. Yikes, bruh. For the aunties, the auntie Scots, the auntie kicks. Half a ticket for the auntie kicks. Yeah, I don't know, bruh. Yeah, I'd be feeling that one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
An extra $100 to get it next day. Now, that's something that I've done a lot for videos, but not something I would do if I was just buying the shoes myself. So on GOAT, the price is about the same for the regular shipping option, $392. It's $3 cheaper than it is on StockX. The instant ship price is significantly cheaper though. It's $421. And it looks like there are two different options here. You've got the one that will deliver by Friday, January 16th. So that's 4-day shipping for $421 and then $14.95 shipping. And then you've got the next day option, which is the one I'm gonna do, which actually the shoe is the same price at $421, but the shipping price is more expensive at $27.95. After adding the next day shipping, it looks like the total price for GOAT would be $451, which is about, hold on a second, let me do some math, $43-ish cheaper than on StockX. So hopefully they both come in tomorrow and hopefully they're both legit. I did spend a lot more on StockX, I'm not gonna lie. Now I think it is probably the seller and that will probably change based on different kinds of shoes, but for the specific shoe that I chose, StockX was significantly more expensive in this case.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
Interesting. Can it generate
Yeah, we're just
So as expected, the express ship and instant ship stuff came in next day, as it was supposed to, albeit significantly more expensive than what it would be if you just bought it regularly. But for someone like me, whose whole channel is reviewing sneakers early,
I like, bro, this is why, like, me personally, bro, I always do standard shipping. Like, I've never been an express shipping type of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to wait my stuff out, bro. But have y'all ever used the express shipping, you know what I'm saying, feature on StockX? Yeah. I'm not, that's not really my sway, but, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not against it. I can see why people want next day shipping. I mean, it's convenient. It's like Amazon Prime for shoes.
getting stuff next day is like a huge benefit. So as you guys saw earlier, we ordered the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Canaries. This is another shoe that, while I don't think it's as widely faked as something like the reverse mochas or the olives or something like that, it's not crazy expensive to a point where like I was gonna break the bank. And also, I'm sure there's fakes floating around out there. So it's still a pair that I'm interested to see if any fakes kind of made their way through the authentication system. Now, like I said before, eBay doesn't have a next day shipping service or like an instant shipping service, so we only went with the brands that did. And this is the first time that we've done this for the series. So I don't know, I've used both of these instant shipping platforms a bunch. In fact, it's what I use more than anything else. So I'm pretty confident in both of these, but hey, you never know. Something might go wrong. Hopefully it doesn't, but maybe it will. So we've got the StockX Express Ship right here at the top. And then of course we've got the GOAT Instant Ship at the bottom. So let's start with StockX. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here we are on the unboxing table with yellow paper on top. Why are we recording with yellow paper on top? Well, because I think it looks cool. And I think it'll match the shoes nicely. So that's why we're doing that. First things first.
Bro, do your thing.
We've got bubble wrap right here inside the box. Very nice. We got a thank you. Then we've got these shoes. The shoes themselves. Here we go. So I actually already have a pair of these. Obviously, these are a women's pair. So this is a size 10.5 men's, or I'm sorry, 10.5 women's, size 9 men's. Women's Air Jordan 1 Low OG SP, Canary, Racer Blue, Light Silver. You've got the StockX tag right up there to show that it's been authenticated by StockX. The box itself looks good. A couple like small dents, nothing major though, nothing that StockX did, I would presume. I'm sure it's just sort of how the box came and it was probably sitting in someone's house for a while. So here we go. Moment of truth. Pull off the box top. Very nice. We got the pink paper in decent condition. And then we've got the shoes themselves. Here we go. Okay, looking fresh. Of course, you got the StockX tag. No surprise there. Material looks nice. I really do like this colorway.
I mean, they don't look terrible like in person, but like it's just not my swag. But what was I about to say? Yo, bro, that feeling when you open up a new pair of shoes, bro. Nah, I'm saying you just got you some kick, especially when you pay for those, bro. You know exactly what I'm talking about, gang. When you pay for your own shoes, bro, there's a different level of appreciation. And you finna take care of them better because you know what you have to do to get those shoes, right? But like, when you open up a new pair of shoes, bro, when you open up a new pair of shoes, my boy, it hit different. That fresh smell, the feel, the texture. Bro, that really be the best feeling in the world, bro. Open up a new pair of Jordans. All my real ones, no.
A lot. You got the blue laces, you've got the red laces, which unfortunately seem to be falling out of this box right here. But I'll try and connect this again, because I don't know if I'm gonna keep these, because I have already a pair of these. I don't know if I want to keep these. So we've got the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Canaries, looking good. New, no issues there. Sometimes, you know, I've never had this issue, but it's possible that you could get a pair that's been tried on. And I don't think that's against the policy of either platform. I could be wrong about that. As long as it's not like worn outside, it's okay with me. I mean, everything looks good. I'm not like a legit checking expert, but from what I can see, it all looks good to me. I mean, last year, obviously, we had an issue with the Cactus Jack text, I think on the pair from GOAT, but that ended up not being an issue because I think that the pair, after a lot of different legit checking in different places that didn't even make it into the video because I did it after the fact, that pair did seem legit. It was just sort of a defect pair. There we go. First shoe down, the StockX pair. No issues. Let's see if there's anything else inside the box. We've got our YCM sticker right there, if you're interested in that. I mean, yeah, nothing about this shoe would make me think that it is anything other than legit. So that is a good first pair that we're unboxing for today's video. So in fact, I'm gonna keep it out of the box and we'll compare it to the GOAT pair. All right, the pair from GOAT, the GOAT Instant Ship pair. Here we go. Okay, less pomp and circumstance inside the box. There's not any bubble wrap, it's just purely box, which I guess isn't a bad thing. It's a close enough size to the actual sneaker box. I wouldn't be too worried, although I don't mind bubble wrap. I've gotta give StockX props for the bubble wrap, that's a nice touch. Box looks pretty similar. Let me just compare side by side. I feel like the gloss is a little bit different. In fact, the gloss.
Nah, you might be overthinking that one, gang. I ain't gonna lie, you might be overthinking that one. Actually, yeah, no. I think he's overthinking it, gang.
Is different. The StockX box is definitely glossier. Maybe not. It's really close. So here we go. We got the GOAT tag right there and then some other tags. This has something to do with GOAT. Again, the same size 10.5, which is a men's size 9. The label, is that the same? Let's compare them side by side. Label is very similar. The color's slightly different, but again, I don't think it's an issue. Also, something that I've learned is that some pairs will come overseas, and that's exactly where this pair, I didn't even know that this came from overseas, but that's exactly where this pair came from. You might see this and think, oh, in fact, this pair did too, actually. You might think that this is a problem, but here's the thing. So whenever Nike fulfills or sells something in Japan or Korea, they re-tag it or rebadge it with different kinds of tags. So this is actually totally normal. This wouldn't scare me at all. It did previously, but it doesn't anymore. And they're different depending on which country that you're getting your shoes from. And a lot of Travis Scotts were sold overseas. The box itself looks fine.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20
I'm
handpicked
cool.
products.
Let's pop the box top here. Another one of those 236 tags from the front.
Damn, I gotta get YouTube Premium if I'm gonna be doing these reactions like on a daily basis. Can't be sitting here through all these ads, bro. Yeah. Y'all gonna have to forgive me, man. I'm gonna get around to it.
Paper looks the same. We can really compare it side by side if you guys are interested. Here we go. Seems like it kind of got flipped upside down in transit. That's fine. Here we go. Here are the shoes. Now, it looks like these laces didn't come with a box, which is unfortunate. I don't know if that's just... Oh, the box is in there, just they fell out. They fell out. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And it comes with a shoe tree. Did this one come with a shoe tree, Chip? Yeah, they both came with shoe trees. And the shoe trees, I believe, are both the same. Let's check here. So here's the StockX one right here, and here's the GOAT one. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Cool. That's all good to see. In terms of the actual shape of the shoe and the material itself, all seems fine to me. And again, the shape of this back part, it's the same. Like, it doesn't seem totally even, but I really think that that's just Nike. It's too bad that a lot of the issues that you see on sneakers now are just Nike QC, and that makes legit checking a lot harder, at least for someone like myself who is not good at legit checking. Yeah, the shoe looks great. I don't have any concerns with it. Let's see the other side of the pair. Hopefully there's no damage or anything weird. So yeah, the shoes look good. One thing I wanna do before we move on is, oh, you got 2 YCM stickers right there. I've never seen that before. That's interesting, okay. I'm really excited to do what we did last year and actually go to a sneaker store and have them legit check in person. I feel like that's a good...
Y'all be legit checking y'all shoes? I ain't never legit checked my shoes like off of StockX or even the Nike app. Reason being because that's their job. You know what I'm saying? That's their job, right? To make sure that the shoes that I'm buying, bro, are authentic, right? For how much y'all charging me, bro, my joint better be authentic, bro. Know what I'm saying? For how much these cost, bro, I better be getting a real deal spiel, bro. But, you know what I'm saying? StockX has had some controversy. People go in these shops, they try and see, you know what I'm saying, if they got the real bang for their buck. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all ever did that before? I just never went out my way to.
Kind of triple check, because obviously these have been legit checked by the platforms themselves, so it's a good way to know for sure. But yeah, these look good. I do want to check the insoles and see what we're working with insole-wise. See, look how good the yellow looks. The yellow paper with the yellow shoes, that's nice. That was a nice call. Okay, so this insole on the StockX pair is not the easiest to take out.
Oh, he taking out the soles? He ain't playing.
Really glued down. Pop it out. It's not like glued down as much as it could be, but oof. There we go. Inside the shoe, we've got white. We've got some, what seems to be pretty consistent looking stitching. And then we've got these threads kind of taped together. Bottom of the insole, straight lines across. These are just things that I think are things you want to check for. But again, I'm no genius here. I'm no legit checker. I'm just telling you guys what I've learned from forums and doing this for a couple years. This one was a bit easier to take out. Here's the insole of the GOAT pair. They look identical. Inside of the shoe, again, same white interior with the tape in the same sort of place with the same threads. Nothing crazy. I'd say I'm confident that both of these are good. That's just my own personal opinion, but again, we're gonna get these double checked by some actual people who legit check sneakers every day, all day. So we'll get a better idea of how these are actually looking. But hey, those are the instant ship pairs. Let's wait until the regular pairs come in. All right, everything is finally in. We've got the box from StockX, we've got the one from GOAT and the one from eBay. I'm gonna unbox all of them, first and foremost, to make sure that they're all legit. I mean, they should be, realistically. And also tell you guys which one I got in first and how quick it actually was, because there was some discrepancies in shipping time between these. In fact, one got here like 4 days before everything else. But let's start off with the package that shipped the slowest. So the first package that we're gonna unbox is actually the last one that I got in. It's the one from StockX. It came in on January 15th, which was 11 days after I first ordered it. Now, according to emails that I got from StockX, it shipped.
That's one thing about StockX. Unless you're paying that express shipping fee, gang, they gonna take their sweet time to get their joint to you, bro. Know what I'm saying? I waited out, but like, it does get to a point sometimes.
Meaning the seller who sold it to me shipped it on January 6th, and then it arrived at the authentication center on January 8th, and was shipped out to me after being authenticated on January 9th. And then I received it, 6 days later on January 15th. So the slowest part of the process was purely the shipping from StockX to my UPS box, which is, I feel like, the part that they could have adjusted the easiest, just get faster shipping. But hey, so first thing you see inside the box, like the pair of shoes we got from StockX earlier this week. We've got this gift card. Well, it's not really a gift card, it's like coupons. It's kind of like those garbage mailers that you get. Looks like this is an overseas purchase. This is an overseas pair. It's the same label that we saw on the Travis Scotts. The box looks fine. You got the StockX tag right there at the top, size 9. That's good. That's the size that I ordered. Let's pop it open and see what we've got here. Okay.
Ooh,
Paper's
what we
looking good.
working with, boy?
That's always a plus.
What
I
we
mean, a little
working
crinkly,
with?
but so is most paper. Okay, so the first pair inside the box. I mean, it looks fine.
Yeah, boy. Them's do look smooth, bruh. Them's do look smooth. I ain't gonna lie, I keep my eyes on these, bro. I'm gonna keep my eyes on these. Yeah. This might be a potential cop. For me, at least. I don't know about y'all.
Color seems right. The shape seems right. It does seem a little bit crunched, but that, again, I'm sure is just
Yeah, it's alright,
Nike's
bro.
poor quality control. For the undefeateds, I really like to go with the orange laces. I think that's a really awesome look.
Ooh, the orange laces would be tough. The orange laces, with like the whole colors, that would be tough. The orange laces would be tough. I'm not gonna lie.
With these shoes. But of course, with these ones, I'm not keeping these, so I'm gonna leave them in their box.
Oh, it's Velcro? That just comes off? My bad, I'm pausing it so much, but God, I ain't realized that. Then they got the little writing and stuff underneath that, bro. That's fine.
Velcro. Fine, it says rare air. So yeah, this shoe looks good. Let's pull out the other side of the pair. Right here. Of course, you've got the StockX tag. No surprise there. Do you have the hang tag? The undefeated hang tag? Yes, you do. Good. You've got the undefeated hang tag right there. I mean, it looks fine. It looks totally fine. Side by side, yeah, looks great. Oh, and of course, you've got the little postcard thing. That is everything
fine.
inside the box, and that is the StockX pair. So far, so good. Next up is the pair from GOAT. Now, this pair came in a day before the StockX pair on January 14th, which means it took 10 days for it to get to me. Now, there wasn't a huge amount of info on when it was getting authenticated and things like that. They just kind of notified me that it shipped out on the 6th, and then it was shipping out to me on the 12th. So sometime in there, it arrived at GOAT's authentication center. They authenticated it and then shipped it out to me. That took about 6 days, and then when they shipped it to me, it took about 2 days. So the shipping from them to me was very quick, which is a plus. So let's cut this box open. It's funny that, well, we'll talk about it with the eBay one. Everyone seemed to ship their pair on the 6th. I think I bought this on like a Tuesday. I don't think it was like a, what day was the 6th? Oh, okay, January 4th was a Sunday. So I'm actually surprised that no one shipped it out on the 5th and everyone shipped it out on the 6th, but there you go. So everyone shipped their pair to me, including the eBay pair, which we'll talk about in a second, to me on the 6th. For some reason, everyone had the same idea. Maybe they all came from the same place. I don't know. Box looks good. No complaints. Is it a size 9 is the question. Yes, it is a size 9. You've got the little GOAT tag right there. Okay, moment of truth. Are they legit? You got the paper, a little bit less crinkled. Of course, you've got the GOAT cardboard thing. It really gives you no information except for a QR code. I don't know what that's in there for. One side of the paper, a lot less crinkled than the other. So here are the shoes. Looking good. Again, no complaints. Don't look like they were tried on.
Y'all remember the last shoe that we just seen? It was the same ones, but like it was from StockX. Is it just me, or is there just like a slight difference in color? Or is that just me? I might be tripping. Know what I'm saying? Let's keep watching though.
Or worn or anything like that. You do have some paper in there. Is there paper in the other shoe? I think there was. I just didn't pull it out. You've got the undefeated tag right there. Everything seems fine. Yeah. This side of the pair looks good. Let's see the other side of the pair. I'm not gonna lie, it smells a little bit like weed. I'm not gonna lie.
That good old ganja. That grabba. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's crazy though. Some Jordan smell like weed. I ain't never heard of that before though.
I don't know. It didn't smell as fresh as the StockX pair, I'll say that. We've got the box with the laces. Good shape there. No complaints. Let's see if we've got the postcard. Oh.
Nope.
No postcard.
Gone. It ain't in there. That's crazy.
Huh. All right. Well, it looks like GOAT, or the seller, did not include the postcard,
Yeah,
which
they
is
ain't
kind of
get you right
frustrating
with the
because that is
postcard,
part of the
my boy.
package. Dang, okay.
My bad, yo. I gotta check. All right. The only reason why I'm so frantic about it is because, like, bro, my computer, bro, it be like tripping. I'm gonna get me a new one though, so y'all won't have to sit through that. Yeah, you're welcome.
I guess it's not enough to not ship it to me. But what I've liked about GOAT in the past is that when they miss something, like there's an accessory that's missing, sometimes they'll email me and be like, yo, do you still want this? Or, yo, there's like a defect on the shoe, do you still want this? And we'll give you
Does your hat say pretty much broke? But you're the opposite of any of that. Like, you literally got a gold play button in the back. Shout outs to you, by the way. But, like, bro, you're sitting on cheese, my boy. You're sitting on Skrilla. You got some dog food. You got some dog food. Like, you're eating good. Like, you got enough pie and chicken to eat, my boy. Like, come on now. Like, I don't know if this was just to be, like, cliche, but we both know, buddy, you're not broke. Come on now, gang. Like, you copped 6 pairs of Jordans just cuz for a video. Like, oh, he got the Nintendo 64 in the back. Oh, he got the Nintendo 64 in the back. All the real ones remember the 64. You ever played the original Mario Brothers or Smash Bros? You know what's up. You stamp. You in there for real.
a 20% discount or something like that. In this case, I didn't get an email like that. I mean, it's a tiny little postcard that doesn't really matter, but it is genuinely part of the packaging, and it is the one accessory that they add with the shoe other than the hang tag and the
Like,
laces.
I mean,
So,
it's nice to have.
I mean, it's not nothing, but at the same time, it's not like a deal breaker. But it would have been nice to have at least known that I was getting a little bit less than I would like. On to the final pair. So this one is from eBay. This one came in on January 9th, which was 5 days after I ordered it. What's crazy is that, like I said, the seller shipped this shoe on January 6th. It got to eBay on January 7th. They authenticated it and then shipped it out on January 8th, and then I got it on January 9th. That's absurd shipping time. Like, that's so fast. Now, the reason that that could have happened that way is because maybe the fulfillment center for eBay was very close to where the seller was shipping from. I think they were shipping from Texas. I don't know where the eBay fulfillment center is. Either way, it was crazy fast. Like, that's, I mean, you know what, looking back at previous years, eBay has pretty consistently been the fastest, so I guess I shouldn't be totally surprised, but I mean, shoot, 5 days to ship from a person to an authentication center to get authenticated and then ship out to me, that's pretty impressive. I mean, you order a pair of shoes from like Jordan brand directly or Nike directly and it takes 5 days to get to you. So I'm really impressed by that. eBay's packaging, obviously in this case, is on point and probably the best. The box is large though. I will say the box is a little large. So here's the undefeated box. Looks good to me. Obviously size 9. It looks like it's also been through another authentication service that looks like StockX is authenticated. It looks like someone bought this on a resale platform and then resold it on eBay. So there you go. Size 9. I don't know which one of these is the eBay tag, but one of these is the eBay tag, presumably these, because I'm pretty sure that's StockX. Not an overseas box. The second pair that is not an overseas box.
Hi, we're Charity Water. If we lost you at charity, we get it. Give us a moment to change your mind.
You know what's crazy about things like this, bro? Not to throw shade at nobody, but like, bro, half the time you're donating, nobody here is seeing any of that money. I just want to let that be known, bro. Like, a lot of these charities, they be finessing people out their pockets, using people in bad situations to gain money. It's a sick world out here.
Let's pop open the top. Paper is very nice. That's a plus. So here we go. You've got the eBay tag with the QR code.
eBay moving like StockX with the tag on it? eBay might be official. I know they was doing that.
On the back that you can scan, find out when it was authenticated, things like that. The shoes themselves look good. There is some scuffing on the suede on the
Hey, bro, we getting our shoes from eBay, bro. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to make some sacrifices. No shade towards my boy over here, but again, come on now. This is eBay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be willing to make those sacrifices, little scuff marks here and there, little dents here and there. As long as there's nothing serious, bro. I might actually switch over to eBay. If these don't come out as fake, I might have to make that switch because StockX, bro, they're getting bougie, gang.
toe, but I think that is probably a QC thing. So it must have scuffed like from inside the box or maybe in manufacturing or something, but that is not something that I've seen on other pairs. You've got the undefeated tag right here. Do you have the laces? Not on this side. But yeah, this one's fine other than like the weird kind of scuffs on the toe. That's not eBay's fault. At least I don't think it's eBay's fault. The second side of the pair. Here it is. Looks fine. This one does have some like creasing on there. Again, I don't think it's, well, is it tried on? They just smell like shoes that have been sitting in someone's house. They don't smell bad or anything. They don't smell like suede or leather anymore. They just kind of smell.
What if they smell like gorilla feet? What if they smell like mountain lion butt? It's like, nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? House shoes, bro. They probably just smell like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if I open up a box of shoes and it smell foul, I'm getting my money back, bro. Like that's just unprofessional.
Like nothing, or like a house. They kind of have a house smell, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, not a bad house smell, just a house smell. Okay, here is the laces, unopened, good thing. Now let's see if they have the postcard in here. Are we missing we are missing the postcard.
Again?
2 out of the 3
Damn.
boxes came with missing postcards. Now that's interesting because it's one of those accessories that could kind of go either way. It could either go like, what the heck? Like, why am I missing a part of the shoe that came with the shoe originally? But also at the same time, it's a piece of paper. So I don't know. I know I would be kind of mad if I had never bought the shoe before. As a sneaker connoisseur, as someone who likes collecting sneakers, I like having everything. I also would feel some type of way if this happened with like a pair of, I don't know, retros that I was buying that didn't come with a retro card. Like I'd kind of feel some type of way. So that's interesting. I guess I can't really fault these companies for that. But at the same time, I wouldn't have minded like some sort of notification like, hey, what's up? We're missing the card. And it seems like that's something that's common. Like it seems like people are missing their cards. Maybe they got lost in authentication. I doubt it. I'm sure they didn't. If people are authenticating these a lot, I'm sure they know about the cards. Probably got lost at someone's house and they just didn't realize and packed it up without the card anyway. Really quick, before we continue on, I do want to check the insoles of each of these shoes to see if those are good. Honestly, they all look fine to me. But again, I'm not a legit checker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's pull out the StockX pair really quick. StockX, GOAT,
I do feel like you know what you're talking about to a degree, though.
eBay. Absolutely, there's color variation. Now, it's not like drastic, but it is there. Back of the shoes,
A little bit.
they all look the same. I mean, there's differences. There's like really minor
Like
differences in
slight
stitching and
ones.
in sort of placement of certain things, but nothing that I'd be concerned about. Okay, let's pull out the insoles of each one of these shoes. I really like to see what we're working with here. So again, I did it in order so I don't forget. This is the eBay pair I'm pulling out here. This is the GOAT pair. And then this is the StockX pair. Just in case you were interested in seeing the differences in paper. There might be differences, I don't know. They look a little different. Not that different, but a little different. Not a huge problem though. Okay, so here we go. Here are the insoles. Colors look the same. Printing quality looks the same. This one's missing the size 9 sticker, but not a huge deal. Bottoms of the insoles, they all feature the same markings. It looks like the AJ11, QF, 8H, MS9. This one's got a little bit like texture on it. Maybe it got a little damaged. I don't know. This one, same thing. Oh, this one says AJ3, QF, 8H, MS9BR. Not a big deal that they have different markings on them, at least not to my knowledge. These two have some sort of printed something on the sides. I'm sure these came from one factory and this one came from a different one, or it came from a different
Yeah,
manufacturer.
that's
I don't
probably what
totally
that
know,
is.
but that doesn't surprise me. Let me check the insides of the shoe. Stitching looks good on this one. And for the stitching, I'm looking for consistent stitching, like straight stitching. All in a line, nothing like weird and jaggedy. After checking these out, nothing about these shoes makes me think that any of the shoes that I got from GOAT, StockX, or eBay are not legit. But now it's time to talk to an expert and find out if I'm right.
You could literally start your
Oh
own
my
business
gosh,
right now
bro.
with
Yeah,
Shopify.
I might have to
It
cop the premium.
blows my mind. With Shopify,
Damn. Look at all these kicks in here, though. Ooh, shoe shop, mad empty. Wait, when was this recorded? 4 weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. People ain't really hip to buying like a whole lot of clothes and like shoes no more. I think like the funds for it are just kind of gone now. Like people just don't got the same amount of money, you know what I'm saying, to spend on like Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, Jordans, all that. That's why like a lot of these companies, bro, they would see a lot more business if they were to like lower their prices just a little bit. Um, yeah, bro. Just how it be. Like the other time, the last time I went to a mall, not the Brantford Mall, but Hamilton, I think it was. Bro, I was in the Foot Locker or the Champs Center, one of those stores, bro, empty, and it was on a weekend too. Like, bro, it's it's getting to that point where people just don't have the resources for that stuff anymore. And a lot of these clothing stores, these brands, bro, they're gonna go out of business if they don't tighten up.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, sir?
So I got 2 Travises,
Got you.
and I got 3 undefeateds. I want to get your professional opinion on whether they are good.
All right, bet. Let's do it.
Sweet, let's do it. Which one do you think we should start with first, the Travises or the undefeateds?
I will go undefeated.
Undefeated's cool. Awesome. So Sean, what do you usually look for when you're legit checking shoes?
Me, I'm first. I'm gonna look for, I think it's called an RFI, the thing under the label.
Okay.
The lettering, make sure everything's good.
Okay.
After that, you touch, feel the paper. You always gotta
Oh,
give it that smell test.
my boy. What's going on, bro? Y'all see how ashy his fingers? Dang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's rough. Get some lotion up under that, big bro. Get some Vaseline, gang. Come on, bro. Like, you out here look like you fist fight with like giants. You fist fight like you brawl with cavemen. Like, bro. Gang. You look like you had beef with a tree. You look like you had to handle some business with some bricks or something. Like, bro. Gang. This ain't, come on, bro. Come on, gang. A little bit of Vaseline, a little bit of lotion. Tighten up, gang. Tighten up.
Smell good.
Awesome.
After that, probably pull out this, make sure the stitch is good. See if it has that double stitch.
Yeah, see. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, gang. Yeah, you looking a little rough here, my boy. You need to put on you need to moisturize, gang. This ain't it. Get you some cocoa butter. Get you some Vaseline. Know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself a little bit, bro. Like, I know you out here working, you gotta get to that money, but you know what I'm saying? It's better to get money moisturized than to get money ashy. Feel me? Don't quote me though.
Stitching, tight stitching.
Makes sense.
See if the tape is too long.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of fakes do that.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And then on the laces, I know on certain pairs, the emboss might be more
Yikes.
like it's more heavy, like more
Gotcha.
shafted into there. And the color of the laces also.
That makes sense.
And then if you look under the bottom,
Why do I feel like he knows some real good food spots though? Not even just because he's big, but I just feel like that's just part of his aura, bro. It don't even got to do with the fact that he's big, bro. It's just like I feel like he just knows some good food spots, bro. Like, I just feel like that's just part of his aura. I feel like that's just in his default settings. I just feel like he know how, like, where to get some good ass grub, some good ass munchies, some good ass mutts. You know what I'm saying? Some good ass eats. I just feel like that's just part of his aura, bro. I feel like he's just that type of guy, bro. When you pull up to any city, yo, bro, we going to get the munchies. Oh, you ain't heard about this spot. You ain't heard about that spot. Know what I'm saying? I feel like that he's the guy, bro. He's the guy. He coming official.
see, like this one's good because like a faker one, you'd be able to see it way more.
Oh, okay.
So almost like a gloss effect.
Right.
And then they overdo the let you see this part.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it says AJ11. I have no idea why. But
That makes sense.
That's what they do.
So, and the stitching in there looks. So, what are you looking for with the stitching?
So, you want to make sure that there's not too many gaps in the stitching.
Gotcha. Sorry.
I mean, there's some, but then mostly it's just tight.
Okay.
Usually on a fake pair, also that tape is very long.
That makes sense. Okay.
And then that doesn't have too much. That's good.
Cool.
Let me check this here. Like I said about this is straight. The color looks good.
So.
Also on another fake pair, it's over satin.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. This one's good. I know on a lot of the pairs, the print is kind of like real wrinkly.
Right.
On there, so this one looks smooth.
Awesome. One thing I noticed sort of between all these pairs and also with my personal pair is that the color varies a lot between like the materials on each one. It's similar to the Travis's. Like I had the medium olives last year and the color was so different from pair to pair. It was nuts. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be that crazy, but well, there may or may not be. So I bought all of them from platforms. So like one of them I bought from Go, eBay, and StockX. I'm assuming they're all real, to be honest. But if you have concerns.
It's just like the inconsistency. Like,
okay.
The toe box does sit pretty low on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one looks good.
Okay. But that one looks a little funky.
It looks a little funky,
wonder
in
if-
my opinion.
Right.
But for whatever reason, they do look
Different from one another?
different. Yeah, there's something about it.
That's
yeah,
still
it's just
super
like the
weird.
inconsistencies between the two pair, like the two shoes.
Yeah.
That gloss is significantly more on this one.
Yeah.
I will go that this one is not good.
Really? Which one?
This one.
Which
Really?
pairs are those?
Me, personally, because I like this one
Right.
a lot. Check the stars. You see how these are thicker?
Yeah.
One is thicker. This is spaced out. This is real close.
Okay.
So I know on most fours it is spaced out. And then
Is there any way that that could just be like
it
inconsistencies?
could, you know how Nike is.
Right.
But my other thing is, when I'm trying to see the cages. You see the cage?
Yeah.
They look different.
They do. Like this one looks a little crunched.
Exactly. Just from all the videos I've watched, no, not this one.
That's
Not just me personally.
right. That's crazy too, because I literally bought every single one of these from a platform. I wasn't, there's no fakes, to my knowledge, there's no fakes in here. It's not like I'm trying to trip anybody up. Genuinely, like, I thought these were all legit. That's crazy. But again, I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm doing realistically. That's wild. So which pair is that? Does it have the, is that
This
the eBay
is
pair or
the
the
eBay pair.
eBay pair? That's crazy. I guess what I would say is, if this pair walked into your store, would you buy it?
I would probably run through that.
Okay. That
Because
makes
I
sense.
would be, I would feel like, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
Even though he might have
Makes sense.
receipt, he might have everything.
Right.
I still got to check.
That makes sense. Right. So it could be the GOAT and the stock, or the GOAT and the eBay ones could be funky.
Right.
Okay. You do have to turn down shoes pretty regularly because you don't know for sure. And
Right.
it's crazy that these shoes have so many differences that they really could go either way. Oh, but that also helps too that we got them two together because now the back is similar. Yeah.
match.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that was on me. I accidentally mixed up some pairs in the box. But so the StockX pair is good. GOAT and eBay are a little sus. I'll legit check those. So these were instant ship from GOAT and StockX. So one was GOAT, one StockX. I mean, that's obviously StockX. But these were like the ones that apparently they already had at their warehouse and just shipped out right away. So in theory, pre-legit checked.
Gotcha.
I'll be honest, I'm not as concerned about these just because I don't think there's as much variation with these ones, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, you know how like with the
Can never
Travises,
be
like
too
even
sure.
on like the Nike swoosh, there'll be like a little drop of like glue down
Yeah.
here every now and then.
Yeah.
These are very clean for.
Dope. So with Travis's, what are like indicators that you guys look for?
That's the problem that I've seen with Travis's. Like people literally have to whip out like a black light. We don't have a black
Really?
light, so this
Okay.
is something we would typically run through like the legit app. You know,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
like I don't personally. I think they're looking for like lettering
Okay.
on like legit pairs,
Gotcha.
which would be with the black light.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, bro.
This is your brain when you're struggling to
another
focus.
one?
And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting
Let me get
I
to
mean,
my
shit,
video.
StockX is kind of 2 for 2 in this situation. Then they've got the cleanest pair of Travis. Oh, we haven't seen that one yet, but a clean pair of Travis's and a definitely legit pair of Undefeated. So shout out to StockX. It is interesting that the tag on this one's like a little bit higher. Like the Nike, there's a space in this one and then no space in this one.
I am never going to say a Travis is good without running through an app.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Ever. I'm never going to do it.
Okay, so I guess conclusion time. You would say that both StockX pairs are good. Like you guys-
I personally trust stock.
I would trust the
Anything that I've
StockX.
gotten from there.
okay,
The
cool.
eBay on the Undefeated,
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I'll
So,
legit check that one
yeah.
for sure.
But
And-
I would go with the stock on this one.
Okay, and then for the GOAT one, did it seem like the GOAT Travis? Did that seem okay, or were you still a little concerned about it?
No, I'm a little concerned about
Okay.
the Travis.
And-
I hope
and
it
the
comes
GOAT
back good though.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But it's Travis, always get it checked.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Ah.
Guys, you gotta come by Showtime in the Cherry Hill Mall. It's awesome, good people. Thank you guys so much, appreciate it. All right, so, well, first of all, I gotta address this. I'm trying a teeny weeny thing. I don't know if it works for me, but
Yep.
we're trying the teeny
Oh.
weeny. So after getting home from the sneaker store, I did run a
I like the look, my boy. I like the look. Like, you look professional, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look like you show up to work and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put your best work in. Like, you look like you be a mean-ass lumberjack. Like, you look like, yeah, bro. That's your body. Like, you look like that be your body. Like, chopping some wood. Like, you look like you chop me some mean-ass pieces of wood. I can't cap, bro. You look like a mean-ass lumberjack, bro. You look like you got a mean-ass swing. You look nice as hell with that axe. That's what's up, though. Shout out my boy Seth.
Shut your bitch ass up!
legit check on all 3 of the shoes that they thought were questionable. turns out they're all good, which is sort of what I was expecting and kind of hoping for. So I'm glad that they brought up the points about some of the concerns that they had, and I definitely noticed that there were some issues with those pairs, but I really think it just all comes down to Nike's QC. Nike's QC is so off, specifically with those two pairs, the Undefeated 4s and really any Travis Scott. So I'm glad that they were careful about it, and I'm glad that they told me honestly what they thought. And when I legit checked them through the apps, it came back very quickly that they were legit. One of them had to get some more pictures. The pair, I think, from eBay, the eBay pair had to get more pictures, which is actually the one that they were the most concerned about. But once I sent through those extra pictures, looked like everything was good. So good news is everything's legit. All right, so before we get to the results, I want to answer the question that you guys had more than any other question from last year's video, and that was my personal pair of Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 lows that I bought from Whatnot fake? Now, this question literally took months to answer. It wasn't something that I could find an easy yes or no to, and that's why I didn't put it in the original video. And I actually just got my answer about a week ago. So after looking at it against all the pairs that I bought from StockX, GOAT, and eBay, and seeing that there was definitely differences there, differences that made me and the legit checker think the shoes were fake, I decided to run them through some legit checking apps, like the Unboxed app and the Check app. And I'll be honest with you, I got mixed results. I actually ran them through a couple different times. Once or twice they came through as unspecified or uncheckable. Another time they came through as legit, which definitely complicated things. So then what I ended up doing was asking some other people's opinions. And the consensus actually was that they were legit and that it was just differences in QC between different pairs, which did initially surprise me, but the more that I saw different pairs of Travis Scotts all next to each other, in fact, a couple months ago, I bought a legit pair from a restock from a store, and that pair looked a lot like the pair that I got from Whatnot. And I compared them side by side, and I was like, yeah, these are actually, they're really similar. So what I decided to do, because at this point I was thinking there's like a 90-something% chance that these shoes are legit, I'm gonna really go all out and I'm gonna sell them on eBay. So what I did was I sold them and had the legit checkers at eBay actually check them out, because up until this point, they hadn't been legit checked by any actual legit checking service in person. And the results came back. They were good, which may surprise you, but it's actually kind of frustrating because that was the only size 9 that I had. The size that I bought from the store during the restock was a size 9.5. Now I only have a size 9.5, which doesn't fit me great, but at least I have a pair. So to answer the question, was that pair legit? Yeah, according to just about everyone that I asked, yes, it was in fact legit. Now don't get me wrong, there was definitely some QC issues on the pair, but nothing that would make you think that it wasn't actually legit. So crazy, but true. Sorry it took a year to give you guys that response, but it literally took me a year to figure it out. But okay, now let's figure out who actually won this head-to-head between StockX, GOAT, and eBay. And based on the fact that this platform had the best price, the fastest shipping time, and delivered me a legit pair of shoes, we've got to give eBay the crumbs. Now that doesn't at all mean that these other platforms.
Yep, I'm switching. I can't cap. StockX, they too bougie. I'm switching. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know though what you know what I'm saying, which one y'all feel is best for y'all. But eBay gonna do the magic, gonna do the work for me. You know what I'm saying?
Are bad, and obviously your experience will vary from seller to seller and from pair to pair. So again, this is not a scientific test. This is only one very small sample size, but based on the results that I got from my own personal test, eBay came out on top. However, when it came to next day shipping, that's where eBay fell short, because they do not offer that option. Although their shipping time was very fast. It took about 5 days from ordering to getting them in, which is insanely fast for that kind of service. They still don't offer next day shipping. And when it came to the battle between StockX and GOAT, both shoes came in at almost the exact same time, even though they were shipped from different services. Both shoes were legit. The only difference was price, which is kind of not a great indicator, because realistically, the price varies based on platform and shoe and size. In some cases, these Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Canaries were cheaper on StockX, even with next day shipping, than the same size on GOAT, just because for whatever reason the seller had that size for cheaper. So pricing isn't always a fair comparison. However, you can compare the processing fees, which do vary from platform to platform, and it does seem like StockX has the most expensive processing fees, although GOAT also has processing fees. They just don't tell you exactly what they are. So unfortunately, I can't really give you a solid answer. Sometimes StockX's prices are better, sometimes GOAT's prices are better, sometimes eBay's prices are better. So yes, while in this particular test, eBay did come out on top.
I believe that eBay 9 times out of 10 is always going to be the cheapest option though. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's just how it like kind of works. StockX and GOAT, bro, they're known for being expensive. And eBay, like, bro, it's in my opinion, bro, eBay is like a cheaper Amazon. That's just how I feel though.
I guess GOAT came out on top when it came to instant ship. They're all great services, and I use all of them actively. There's not really one that I use more than another. Sure, sometimes I'll use StockX more, sometimes I'll use GOAT more, and other times I'll use eBay more. But it really depends on the type of shoe that you're buying, the size that that shoe is in, and whether or not that platform has them in the best price. So what I would recommend is if you're buying a pair of shoes, shop around. See what the best option is from one of these 3 platforms and go with that. I trust all of them. I've never gotten a fake pair from any of these platforms, at least that I know of, and I'd say you can't go wrong with any of them. But hey, let me know your thoughts and experiences with each of these platforms in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Good video, my boy. That being said, bro, we gone. Sleaxzegang, let's do it to him.